Welcome to World News Media. The presidential elections will take place this coming Sunday in Colombia. Therefore, we will take a tour of the political landscape in this Latin American country. Colombians are afraid of electoral fraud after the National Registry and the CNE cancelled international audits in the presidential elections on May 29th. The decision to not hire a company to carry out the international audit during Colombia's presidential elections on May the 29th puts the country's democracy at risk. This has generated mistrust of the electoral system. The CNE ruled out the decision to hire an international firm because there has been an organization carrying out the audit since 2021. All this has unleashed a series of doubts about the electoral process, since the software for these elections, which is supplied by the Spanish company Indra, and its relationship with presidential candidate Gustavo Petro and Colombian electoral authorities. These types of relationships have called into question the transparency of presidential elections and democracy. Less than a week before the presidential elections in Colombia, the latest polls show important changes in several candidates, and this could produce unexpected problems. In the latest polls, they agree that the leftist candidate, Gustavo Petro, has practically guaranteed a place in the second round of the presidential elections. Despite the above, the bid for second place has taken center stage in recent weeks, and this has been reflected in the polls. The dispute is led by Federico Fico Gutierrez of the Team for Colombia Coalition and Rodolfo Hernandez, who is seeking the presidency for the League of Governors Anti-Corruption Movement. In recent weeks, candidate Rodolfo Hernandez has become the focus of the media for the content published on his social networks and for the way in which he has confronted traditional politicians. This is how he has become a candidate who represents a Colombia that is tired of corruption and mismanagement of public money, as it is in all countries. His main proposal is to prosecute the corrupt and put them in prison on Gorgona Island, well known for having been one of the most secure Colombian prisons, since it was very difficult to escape, as it was full of poisonous reptiles with beaches surrounded by white sharks. We change the subject, but we continue in Colombia. And the fact is that the president of this country, Iván Duque, is considered the best president after handling the pandemic. In the face of COVID-19 pandemic, Colombian President Iván Duque received important recognition from world organizations for his leadership in confronting the coronavirus pandemic. One of them is the UN, which attributed his policies to uniting the nation in a timely fashion and protecting the health and lives of the most vulnerable groups. Also, in the most recent survey by Gurumo and Ecoanalítica for the Colombian media El Tiempo, the favorability of President Iván Duque reached 40.1%. This is a good result for the president who is just at the end of his administration. The result of the study shows that Colombians value first and foremost the work of President Duque in handling the COVID-19 pandemic.